I was North Korean and my dad is Chinese. I was only a month-old baby when my parents decided to move to another city called Gwangeun because the police found out that my mom was from North Korea. My family kept moving to different places because of that. Therefore, I went to 6 different elementary schools. My mom was the one who had the hardest time. She didn't know any Chinese and had to raise a child. One time, I was sent to a child care home and I was only able to go home once or twice a month. Later, I lived with my grandma after my mom left for South Korea. I had some difficult times. For example, every time when we had a parent-teacher meeting at school, my parents couldn't come. Some students bullied me saying motherless or mixed. Also, I couldn't talk to my mom for 4 years. These moments made my middle school life difficult. After the call from my mom, I learned that she was from North Korea for the first time. I was so angry that my dad and his family had lied about my mom for 16 years. Finally, I decided to come to Korea and live with my mom. When I came to Korea, it wasn't what I expected or imagined. First of all, I couldn't speak Korean. I could only speak Chinese and the English I learned in Chinese school. So I just stayed home for a month because I knew nobody and didn't speak language. Later, I came to know about Gwangeun school. It was a school primarily for North Korean refugee students. At first, it wasn't easy for me to get used to the school. At times, there were misunderstandings. One day, a friend gave me an apple. However, in Chinese, the word 傻瓜 means stupid. So I thought my friend was calling me stupid. After 1 year of studying Korean, I was able to understand most of conversational Korean. However, cultural differences were much more difficult to overcome than the language barrier. Our school is a boarding school, and there are students from North Korea, South Korea, and China. There were so many problems we had to deal with because we were all from different cultural backgrounds. It wasn't easy to accept the differences and to build friendships. However, as we lived and studied together, we learned to accept one another and respect each other. These 3 years have been tough and sometimes tiring, but I know I've grown and matured. With the help of friends, teachers, and family, I had experienced my own unification. I believe accomplishing the unification of Korea is similar. When things don't seem promising, we have to try and continue to try. We don't give up because it's hard. We press on because it's hard. What do I want to do when unification happens? I want to be the road beyond the 30th parallel and the bridge across the Tumber River. My experience living in a North Korean family and now living in South Korea equips me to be that road and that bridge. When we become one again, I want the world to know the true meaning of unification is to bring healing to the wounded and to become one in the midst of differences. I will not give up praying because there is power in praying. I will not give up preparing because there is power in preparing. And I will not give up until the day when my country is one.